Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the second episode of Sirat Studio. I'm your host Zaid Naveed, and today I'm pleased to have with us Mohsin Nathani, who's the Member of General Management, Head of Asian Markets, Canada and South Africa at Habib Bank AG Zurich. Mohsin is a key figure who's leading Sirat into its next stage of growth and global expansion. He's someone with 30 years of experience across Middle East, Africa, Asia, the Levant, and we're very pleased to have him here today with us. Thank you, Mohsin, for joining us today. On the last podcast, we heard from the Group CEO about the legacy of the bank, leadership values, and what values-aligned banking means in today's modern world. One thing that comes to mind, and if you can elaborate further on something that he was discussing, was the importance of Sirat at Habib Bank AG Zurich. Can you share the reasons with us behind the strategic choice and of taking this business to the next stage of growth?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you very much, Zaid, for inviting me to have this session with you. I'm delighted to be part of this process, given the fact that I have responsibility for global Islamic banking, and it's my privilege to be part of this team which oversees the Islamic banking business proposition in HPZ as a group and in HMB as well. So thank you very much for this opportunity. It's a very important, and I think it's a very, very good question, because in everything that we try and do, we focus on primarily what our customers need. And we have seen that there is a very strong increasing requirement of theirs for a Sirat Sharia compliant Islamic offering, which we saw that demand, and we have been for the last 20 years offering that. More importantly, in addition to the customer's requirement, we have also seen that in most of the markets that we operate, the regulators are very keen, because they see the benefit of this for a variety of reasons, which I will expand shortly. But we've seen the regulators are very supportive of this business and proposition and offering. And Alhamdulillah, it's a good fit between what the regulators want, what the demand in the respective market is, each of the countries that we operate, and our clients' needs. So it's a great synergy there.
So the group CEO shared yesterday that we are at 15% of the entire bank's book and plans to take that to the next level. So can you share any feedback on that as well?
I would love to do that. So when we, over the last couple of decades, we've been offering, and we had at that time, what looked like a huge challenge was to get to 10% of the bank's overall consolidated balance sheet, both on the deposit side and the liability side. I'm very pleased to share that after a lot of efforts, and collectively all our colleagues across the group in the various countries contributed to this effort, we crossed the 10% mark. Alhamdulillah, recently we have crossed the 15% mark. And the 10% vision was also given by our group CEO. When he saw the encouraging performance, and then he saw very quickly we got to the 15%, he has become even more motivated with the results, and simply because the customers are asking for it. So we are now looking at increasing it to about 30% of our balance sheet. Whether it takes a year or 2 years is really not what we're focused on. We're focused on is simply to be able to serve our customers.
One question I wanted to understand is, now that Sirat is in key markets, key HBZ markets, how does the bank ensure that the strategy and values stay consistent throughout the group?
And it's not only for Sirat, but in everything that we do, our conventional business and our Sirat business, in all the markets, whether we offer both propositions or just Sirat or just conventional, we are very clear that our businesses have to subscribe to the core values that we have in the group across the country. Our group ethos is to treat customers fairly. And that's why you will see that we are not driven by KPIs or the end result, which is financial benefits and financial objectives. Yes, we have those, but that's a byproduct. Our essential thing is customers franchise, how we serve the customers and how we take care of their needs. And Alhamdulillah, everything else then follows.
What about when the consistency of the brand identity and products? Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
You see, in products, what I would say, there are certain core expertise of the bank, like, for example, commercial business, SME, trade finance is a key area of focus for the bank. So in every market where there's a requirement for trade finance, commercial SME, That's an active proposition. We have now increasingly seen that moving on beyond the commercial aspects, which I just talked about, there is also on the individual side priority banking and wealth management. And Alhamdulillah, I'm pleased to report in a lot of our countries, particularly we've seen phenomenal success in the recent past in UAE as well as in Pakistan in the priority segment. Why is that? Again, because it's a requirement of the customers. They need it. So Alhamdulillah, that is doing well. Now we've seen a very good response from our wealth management customers over the last few years. Our offering in Switzerland is really taken off. Again, we are encouraged because it's what the customers need. So we're now seeing growth of our wealth management business also.
And what role does the group Islamic banking team play at the head office level function? Because you have dedicated teams in each market for risk, compliance, business. So how does this all interplay?
So it depends from country to country. If you look at, for example, UK, where we've had, alhamdulillah, great success. On the real estate financing side, both for commercial real estate as well as for residential real estate, there's a growing customer demand, and our team over there has done a phenomenal job. Now, when we are obviously making these advances and booking these assets, we're also serving our customers who need deposit capability on a Sirat offering basis. So again, over there, we've been able to reach out to our priority customers and wealth customers and generate very attractive amount of deposits so that we can finance all these assets also. Similarly, if you look at Pakistan, we have a comprehensive offering on the corporate banking side, on the commercial side, as well as on the retail side. And within the whole bank, the Sirat proposition across all segments is now being led by Sirat and Islamic banking. Now, what we try and do is there's a very strong, capable, centralized group Islamic banking team, which is which has both product responsibility as well as business responsibility and governance responsibility. But what our objective is that the centralized team works with the countries where we have a respective Islamic banking head, Sirat head, who works closely with both the central team as well as with the respective CEO of that country, because the CEO can ensure providing support from across the bank in that respective country, the whole franchise, to serve our customers. And that model has worked very well. So the centralized team ensures that we share best practices, global Sharia requirements, developments that are happening, so that we obviously focus on complying in the respective country with all regulations. That is our first objective. And then in addition to that, whatever best practices and experience we have from the global central team is then shared with the countries as well.
So how do the local Sharia teams shape the delivery of this service?
We have for our Pakistan board, Tansri Daud Saab, he chairs the board. Now, he's a global, world-renowned personality. And as I said, it's really our honor and privilege that he has consented to be our chair. And the reason why, one of the motivations for him is to be on our board is because he sees how committed we are to this proposition and the growth. Similarly, if we look at our UAE, which is a very rapidly growing market, we have Professor Jassim, who is a very, very renowned scholar and a very well-respected one. Again, I would say we are grateful to God that He has given us such good scholars. And similarly, we have in South Africa and other markets, world-renowned scholars who are supporting. So through those scholars, we ensure local compliance of Sharia standards.
So what is one of the biggest misconceptions you come across for Islamic banking?
I don't come across any misconception, but we see people say that is this conventional banking renamed or offered in a way where it is technically still conventional banking. I don't think that's true. That's a misconception. As I mentioned just a little while ago, in Islamic banking, you can only finance an underlying transaction. And that's a very important thing. You just can't give a loan and forget about what is being done with that loan. Here you give a specific purpose financing. You take that product as a security, as an underlying transaction, and you're part of the process of that being bought and sold.
Looking ahead, what do you think are the key growth areas for Islamic banking at the group, and maybe even if you can share globally?
So as I said, there is a growing demand of customers. So in our offering of SME, commercial, trade, we're seeing more and more customers moving towards Sharia compliant banking. I mentioned a little while ago that we've seen tremendous traction on the personal individual side as well, both in priority and wealth. And we have seen that ourselves in the last couple of years, how our priorities business in UAE is growing, in the Sirat space especially, and how our wealth management business is growing globally and in Switzerland, which was our most recent offering in 2023, and we've had phenomenal success. Now, within that, what we have seen is that on the wealth management side, for example, the next generation is getting more involved. The younger generation is getting more and more. So we feel that there is a need of more digital capability across the segment, not only in the wealth but across commercial as well. And we are very focused on that because the younger population, the Gen Z population, is very interested as to what can we offer on a digital basis. We are aware of that. The team has made phenomenal efforts, and we have seen some successes in the markets where we already have a significant digital offering. But there is a lot more work to be done on it, and the team is entirely very much focused on delivering that.
Islamic banking is often thought as faith-specific. Do you think it appeals to a broader community?
Absolutely. It does appeal to a broader community, and I say this on the basis of the progress and performance of many of our geographies. In particular, if I mention, for example, if you look at our UK business, which we are very proud of on the Sirat front, it's done phenomenally well, and it is led by somebody of multi-faith, and he and his team continue to exceed our aspiration every year. You see, everybody has said that for a long time. Anecdotally, if you see, we have seen good demand and response from multi-faith customers. And the reason behind that is, if you look at Islamic banking, what is so special about Islamic banking? The reason why the main reason why customers prefer Islamic banking is because there is an underlying transaction. There is a profit sharing concept. We're financing something specific. If it's working capital, we're financing goods, commodities which they're buying and selling. If it's fixed assets, whether it be plant, machinery, or land, building, we're financing that through different products. So many people see the benefits and merits of being part of a banking proposition where we are financing underlying transactions. Secondly, as you are aware that on the Islamic banking side, there are industries that we consider ESG compliant and also ethical in terms of, there's no harmful industry which we would finance. So there are some restrictions on what you can do and what you can't do. So many people believe in that, and regardless of their religion. And we've been very encouraged by that. And we've seen in many of our markets, we've seen a huge success in South Africa. We've seen very, very strong success in the UK. So we're also encouraged that this is not only faith-based.
You've worked across multiple regions and across multiple roles. What leadership style has worked for you the most?
I think banking is all about team. Having the right team, good people to work with, and a team which is really focused on customers. So I think that this paradigm has to have customers, good team, and then conducting business with the values that I just talked about. If we are able to listen to what our customers need and help them deliver those requirements, it's a success. So I focus a lot on the people that we have in the countries and the team, and constantly try to support them and work with them to deliver this for our clients.
What is the funniest definition you've heard about Islamic banking?
This is an interesting question. Many times people say halal interest, and I really struggle to understand what that means.
Okay.
So I would say that's the one.
So do you have any message that you'd like to share for our customers, for our employees? Any message you'd like to share for them?
So for our clients, I would certainly say a big thank you for really giving us the opportunity to serve you. It's our privilege. It's an honor, and I say this from the bottom of my heart because I know customers have really given us a lot of support and belief in the offering of the bank, and therefore we can see the journey where the growth has been much faster than our conventional businesses. So that's my thank you message to our clients and supporters and well-wishers. also to the regulators, where we've been part of the journey with them. And finally, very importantly, I would say, is our own team. Thank you for serving the customers rightly. Thank you for believing in the proposition. And now, early days, I know when we were starting out, there were questions as to how much success we would have. Now, with all your efforts, we've seen the phenomenal growth and the success. So I thank you for your support, and I look forward to the continued support and passion with which we have delivered to our customers. I am very confident personally that Sirat offering will be a very significant piece of our overall business. So thank you very much to all the stakeholders.
Thank you, Mohsin Saab. Really appreciate the time you've taken today and sharing your insights.
Thank you very much, Zaid. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you.